Hi, I'm Charlotte Curtis with the Livingston Parish Library, and I'm here with Kathy Tadaldi, and we're going to show you some exciting crafts that you can make while you are staying home and staying safe. Kathy.
Hi, this is some upcycling and repurposing on a really simple scale. I have taken some old greeting cards, including Christmas cards, and turned them into bookmarks. And I did it with just things you can find around the house. You don't have to go get anything for it to work, and it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. So these are some of the cards that I have, and not every card works for it, but when you're looking at your greeting cards, you want to look at it with an eye for, what if I cut that in strips? Is that going to make a nice card? Can you see these up close? Okay, later. This is some that I've already made and some that are partway made, and we're going to work on one together today for you.
And as you can tell, Kathy is the crafty one. I'm not. So I'm here today to follow along with her to give everybody confidence that if I can do it, you can.
This is something anybody can do, and you don't. I have supplies laid out, and you don't have to have everything on the table to do this. You don't have to have the X-Acto knives. If you're a grown-up, that's good, but if you're not, you don't want to be using X-Acto knives, so you can do it with scissors and pencils and draw your lines and cut it with the scissors. I'm just going to show you now some of the cards that might make a good bookmark.
Find a pretty one for me, please.
Oh, okay. This is the one that I have found for Charlotte. It was actually, I already used the front of it, and the inside has balloons on it. And when I look at this, I can see immediately, if you take two of the other cards, you can isolate the part that looks like a bookmark. See that? That would be a good one. That would be a good one. It's got the strings showing. Can you see that? So that's where we're going to cut it.
That's a good test.
To make the bookmark. Okay? And like I said, I've got plenty here that would work out fine. See, this one, if you have the eye for it, you get to where you can see, you can make one out of the top layer, and it has two butterflies. And then after that one's gone, you'll have the second layer. It still has the poppies showing, another bookmark. So lots of these I just have at home, and then also, you can also pick them up at the dollar store. So this is the one we're going to work on today.
Perfect.
So let me move these over so we'll have a cutting space. And you need for a straight edge to cut with, you use a metal ruler. Now, I'm going to tell you something. This is what, you have a separate ruler for drawing, because if you use the same ruler to draw lines with, it's going to look like this pretty soon, and you won't be able to read the little notches and tell whether you're looking at a ½ inch or a ¼ inch. So keep one ruler for drawing straight lines, and keep another ruler for cutting straight lines. Okay?
So when I do this at home, I need two rulers.
Oh, you can draw
Ideally.
with it as long as you don't use markers and paint on top. That's the thing. You just want to keep one ruler that you don't mind getting messed up.
Okay. So
we're going to take a pencil or pen and decide where we would like our first bookmark to be.
I want to make sure that I've got that squiggly string. I really like that part.
That's a good one. That's a good one. So we're gonna
Cut out like that.
Draw a line right here. Line it up. I've got a nice cutting board. If you don't have a cutting board, you can just measure it, draw a line, and then use your scissors.
I don't have one like this, but
mat.
could I use my wooden cutting boards at home? Just turn it over and use that to keep from cutting through?
Sure. If your mom doesn't want you using the cutting board at home, I just have used corrugated cardboard. And you know another trick? If you get out on carpet and do it, the carpet never shows any of the cutting lines underneath. Right on the carpet. Yep.
Okay, kids, don't try that at home.
No, not for the kids. Okay, so you've got your line set up. There's the X-Acto knife right underneath you. Perfect the first time. Yay. There you go. Now hold up your bookmark. Look at that. Now
it looks like a bookmark. Wow. Okay, now what?
Use the hole punch. If you don't have a hole punch, you can take your X-Acto knife and cut a little slice. Some of my samples are done like that. If I didn't have room for it, I just made a little slice and put the string right through it.
That looks great,
So
like that.
I didn't have a bookmark at home. That one I made at home, and I
like
just made a slice and put the string through the slice.
I think I like that better. Can I do that?
If you don't have X-Acto knives, you can use scissors or a kitchen knife to make just a little hole in it, because no one's going to be looking at the hole. They're looking at all the pretty stuff.
Okay, so can I just do a slit there then and do what you do?
Sure. I mean, we do have a hole punch if you want to use a hole punch, but otherwise you can do this, yeah,
And just slit.
right.
Okay.
All right, now I have some, which color ribbon would you like to use on that one? Or would you rather use the string? Also, when it comes to the string, you don't have to have these particular things at home. If you don't have the perfect size ribbon, you can also use yarn, string. You can just use plain twine if you have it. You can use your dad's fishing line, your husband's fishing line. And any of those things will look pretty when you put them on a bookmark. And also, once you attach something to them, they're not looking at the string. All
Okay,
right,
so
there
I
you
put
go.
that through, and then what, cut?
Snip it. Mhm. Now tie a little overhand knot right there to hold it on.
Okay.
Okay, now, the beads that would go well with that are probably in the blue, let's see, let's see, that would be good. You also need to find beads that are large enough to go on it. Oh, you want to put a little, these are called findings. All the little silver things, I don't know how well you can see that. The little silver things are called findings. Whenever you actually purchase them, that's what you would look for, findings. And they're called that because sometimes you just find things. For instance, this little bracelet with the fleur-de-lis, it's tarnished, it's old. I think somebody was throwing it out when I got it. And what I saw was, oh, that would look antique on my bookmarks. That would just look so cute. So being creative means seeing the beauty in something that someone else considers trash.
Can I
Want to
grab
use?
one of the, yes,
Sure,
please, I really like that.
absolutely, absolutely. Now for these, let's see if we can get them off real easy. Doesn't matter, they're all pretty much in the same state of disrepair there. Let's see if we can get it off of there. There we go.
So for everybody that's sitting home with time on their hands, now's the perfect time to clean out your jewelry box and look for findings.
Or I have a little, there you go, this little parrot earring right here.
That's just what I was gonna say. I've got so many mismatched
I lost the
earrings.
other one, so now it's become something that I can play with and either, put on a piece of jewelry that I'm making or put on a bookmark or something that I'm making for fun. So I think that's why they call them findings.
Okay, and just get it through the
Point it
little
in
hole.
if you can.
Is that a
there's a
needle
trick.
thread? Oh,
This is my, that is a needle threader, but this is what I use to thread those things.
please do
I-
show.
Now, this is interesting. This is just
Needle and thread.
needle and thread. It's got a knot tied in it. And I'm going to use it as a ribbon threader. I'm going to take this ribbon and loop the thread through it. See?
Yeah,
Okay, now I'm going to put the needle through the little fleur-de-lis. Lost my thread. My ribbon. And now I'm going to squinch it down and pull it through the hole. And now I have something to pull it through with. See, the ribbon, the thread acts as a needle threader to get this ribbon through the hole in the fleur-de-lis. Ta-da! There you go.
I
Now you
love
have to
it.
get it down as close as you want and tie a knot so that it won't
On
come
top
off.
of the fleur-de-lis.
Yeah, depending on how
Like
close.
right
Do you
there.
want it to? You want it really close like that? That's fine. See, mine I kind of left them hanging at the end.
Okay,
This is when you're being creative. You get to do it your way.
all right. I like the contrast of it right there on top of the blue.
Okay.
So I'm gonna just stick it right there on top.
Now, do you want a bead on top of that, or are you done?
I like the fleur-de-lis so much, I don't
Okay.
want to gild the lily. I'm just
All
gonna
right.
tie it off. And just one knot or two.
One knot will hold it.
Great. Now,
Now you can, if you want to trim the ribbon or leave it
That's-
long, that's up
that's
to you.
just what I was gonna
can-
ask you.
Mine, I kind of angled it so it looks a little pointed on the
Yep.
ends. Now also, when your bookmark wears out, because the paper's going to wear out before the little decorations will, take them off and put them on another one.
recycle.
Recycle them again.
All right, so I made a bookmark.
And these make wonderful. Last year, actually, when I first started making these, it was because I was about to throw away a bunch of Christmas cards, and it was getting near Christmas again. And I decided to make bookmarks, and I gave them out to all the people that I worked with. First, I gave them out to all the people in my book club, and they loved them so much, I went ahead and made more and gave them out to the people that I worked with, and they just acted like it was just something so special, and I had so much fun doing it.
Speaking of special, I noticed this one really looks different. Can you tell us? It
This
doesn't
was
look like,
one.
it's not like this at all.
This card, I love this card. This is a watercolor painting of a cat, and it looks just like a cat I used to have. So I made 2 bookmarks from it. The cat bookmark, which I haven't put anything on yet, and then I used the top of it. It looks almost abstract, but it's the top of it with the flowers in it. And I realized there's another picture on the back, and I thought, oh, I'm just going to cut that out and keep it. So as I was cutting it out, as I was going to cut around it, the knife slipped, and it went in. And I said, oh, I've ruined it. And then I thought, well, no, I'll just make the other side the same way. And so I shaped it a little bit, put the hole in the top. Also, this is buttons. This is mother of pearl buttons that I used instead of beads on that one. And so now I have a bookmark that looks different from the rest, and then it became my favorite one.
So you got 3 bookmarks out of 1 card.
And this one has the artist's name on it too, so I like that particularly.
It looks really pretty. Well, thank you for showing us how to do these.
I could spend all day doing these. This is a fun craft. It doesn't take much, and you can really spend an afternoon making some pretty things.
Well, look for us again next Wednesday when we'll be back with another craft that you can make at home with things that you already have. Stay home and stay safe. Thanks.